All right. Parcels with curves, or any type of line work with curves. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a polyline, and I'm going to change the background. OP, I'm going to change the background. I don't know if this is harder for y'all. Let me know if it looks better with white or black to you all. I'm going to go with the dark background right now. I'm having a hard time seeing today. So I'm going to go polyline, and I'm just going to pick a point, go F8. And I'm going to pick a polyline, and I'm going to fill it with a radius of, let's say, 50. All right. Now, we can do line and curve, a multiple line, and go bearing over distance. Let's do bearing and distance just so you can see a difference. And the curve style, typically you want distance, radius, and delta. There's other ways to do it. I'm going to add, and as we go through this semester, I'll show you different methods for when we create a plat. So you can see on this one, this style here is, it's got the northing and easting, it's got the bearing, and it's got the distance. Again, the decimal places are a bit much. It also has an arrow, which I don't care for. I've never seen the guys. Too many decimal places. Again, you can click and drag, F8. When you drag out the curve, notice that the delta changes, and everybody remembers what the delta is. It's the, if I draw from the center to P line, from the center of it to the end point, and I draw from the center to the end point here, that's my eye of that arc. Let's say I decided to grip edit this and pull it out. Notice that it's changed, okay? But typically we don't like non-tangential lines in survey work. So we can change this to distance only. Oops, I'm sorry. Actually, I'll have to change it over here. So I can change to distance only, bearing only. We can change this style to however we want. What it's telling me here is there is a length of my arc, and now I'm going to explode this, and I lose everything. So I'm going to do single segments. Going to do it again. So that's the length of the arc. So you can see it 78.54. So you can see it over here, 78.538. I'm sorry, 5398. The radius, you can see the radius, and then you can see the you wouldn't be able to see the deflection here, or the intersection angles, the delta. You also want to go ahead and pull that. If I'm labeling this, just to let you see what you can do, I'm going to edit the current selection. When you go to layout in the contents, you can also see what other information you might need on there. What you might want to label on a curve. Total length, total angle, chord direction, chord distance, chord length. These usually get created in a table. I'm not going to do tables right now for you all. I'm going to do that when we actually do our plat example, but I do want you to get used to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw polyline, an arc, a line, an arc. I'm just drawing whatever. Arc. I'm just going to do a boatload of arcs, and I'm going to just say close. Okay. This is a bad shape, not a real survey shape, but I want to show you. Actually, you know what? Let's do this proper so you can turn it in for me. I am going to draw, let's pick, so everybody has the same one and I can see it. Let's do this. Draw a polyline snap to the node. I hit shift and right click, snap to the node benchmark southeast. I want you to hit F8 for ortho and come over 100 feet. Okay. I'm going to have you come up 200 feet, over 500 feet, down 50 feet, and come back 200 feet, down 100 feet, and I'm going to type CL for close. All right. Actually, I'm gonna, if you typed CL for close like I told you to do, my bad. I'm gonna show you another command. I am going to break. Actually, I'm gonna use the break up here. Go home, pull this down. I wanna break at a point. Okay, and I'm gonna break it at, it doesn't matter what that point is. I just need y'all to snap to this end point. Sorry about that, guys and ladies. Sorry about that. So I just want to create this shape. Okay. I am going to go ahead and label this shape for you. Okay. I'm going to go annotate. I'm going to go lines, and I'm going to do multiple. All right. What I want to do now is on the distance only. Actually, I'm going to change it here. Let's do 10. I'm sorry. Let's do 50 so you can see it. I'll change this back in a minute. But this is the line work. From the north, I'm sorry, from the southeast, I go 100, I go up 200, I go over 500, down 50, to the right 200, down and at an angle. What I want to do is I'm going to go fillet radius, F for fillet, R for radius, and I'm going to do 100. And I'm going to go from here to here, and it automatically labels. I'm going to go fillet radius 20 from here to here, and then I'm going to go fillet radius 60 from here to here. All right. Now, I'm going to delete these labels, and then I'm going to relabel this polygon. All right, so I'm going to add using my multi-segment, and now it's got it relabeled. That is one way to have all my labels. Okay, notice that the text heights are different, so you'd have to adjust that. So if I wanted to change the style on that, I can come over here. I'm a big fan of using my property palette and go edit, create. The little pencil pen allows me to edit the selection. I'm going to change it to 0.08. Bearing. I am going to click on the label itself. That ellipses highlighted. Change to 2 decimal places. Click the arrow over. OK, apply, and OK. And OK. Okay. So I'm going to tug that out. Now, I also should have put a suffix on it. So right click, edit label style. So I'm showing you different ways to modify the information. So underneath layout tab, hit the ellipses underneath the text, come to the end and just hit a quote mark. That gives you the feet symbol. Okay. You can also change this style. So click on it, right click, edit label style. Make sure you've got the edit current selection selected. I'm going to go and on the on the leader underneath the layout, distance and radius, I'm going to click on that. Highlight the, you have to highlight the length first to the less than symbol and the greater than symbol. Change that to 2 decimal places, hit the arrow over. Highlight the less than symbol to the greater symbol. Change that to 2 decimal places. Hit the arrow over. Okay, you can see it's smaller now. I'm going to change the delta. So again, the delta is highlight from the less than to the greater than symbol, and the precision is 2 decimal places, arrow. You can also change to degrees, minutes, and seconds. And I'm going to change that to 1 second and hit the arrow over. Okay, apply, and okay, and okay. So now I've got degrees, minutes, and seconds. All right. Now, when you do that, I'm going to, if I explode this, I'm not going to explode it. I'm going to trim, and I'm going to trim this off, okay? And I'm going to bring this back to just the length. F8, F. I need to hit the end point. Okay, so that's, I still want that 100 to show. Now, this is a closed polyline. I'm going to come over here to the Home tab, and I'm going to go to the parcel and create a parcel from an object. Okay, I'm going to erase the object. I'm going to do automatic leaders, and I'm going to go and change this to name and square footage. Okay, and I'm going to go okay. So it automatically labels everything for me. I am going to call this lot 2. All right. So I can pull this leader. Notice that it's different, F8. Up here, it's called a parcel segment. Before it was a line segment. Pull these out. Just getting used to the layers. Now I'm going to show you the map check again. So I'm going to go to the prospector. Now underneath the parcels, I have 2. I'm going to click lot 2, right click and go properties. Underneath analysis, I want to do the map check. I am going to click at the point of beginning, and my point of beginning, see how it has this little arrow here and it has that. If I put to here, what it's doing is telling me which direction I am going to do the legal description. It's going to be counterclockwise. Then I'm going to go to endpoint. And you can see it's the, see how it says south 80 and this one says north 80. So I'd have to flip all of these. So I am going to, and the other thing is you can see that it's got a closure. It doesn't hit perfectly. There is a small misclosure error of a latitude and longitude. So your latitude is your east and your latitude and your departure. Your latitude would be your east and your departure would be your north. And then you've got your precision of your traverse. That's basically what it's saying. And it says process segments counterclockwise. If I uncheck that, so let me uncheck that, I'm going to pick this as my end point. And now you can see that it's going north 90 degrees, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. And then the next one tells you that there is a curve. Okay. Apply and okay. Now, also, what you can do is on the toolbox is you can do a legal description. So you right click and go execute. You can uncheck all of these, but you can also, if you didn't feel like clicking all these boxes, you can actually pick it from the drawing. Click on that and then click the word left click the Lot 2 text and then hit enter. And then OK. And what pops up is the legal description. So what I want you to do is highlight that, Control C for control copy. And I am going to put it in a Word document. And I'm going to leave that one as is. And I'm going to control paste there. So this is lot, and I'm not sure what text style yours is going to come up with. Mine is, that's lot 1. I think if I would have, instead of hitting control paste, if I went right click and hit this, basically it pastes as text. So this is lot 2, and this would be point of beginning. So, and the point of beginning again would be southwest benchmark, but you would actually have a point of commencement. And there's a difference between a point of commencement and a point of beginning. The point of commencement, I'm going to move that over here, is actually the southeast benchmark. The closed legal would be this one of lot 2, that closed polyline. But the point of commencement would be over here, and I would go 100 feet to the east and to the point of beginning. Okay, so just be aware that there would be I'm going to put a piece of a leader line. So I'm going to go annotate leader out here, and this would be point of commencement, and that piece of text should be, I'm going to do 2 and height 2, and then I'm going to copy that. I'm also on the wrong layer. That's on the viewport. This should be on the text layer. Again, do what I say. Don't do what I do. I'm going to change that to back down to 20. Okay, and then I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to go here to the end point here, and bring that up here. There's a little arrow here. Apparently my layers, my text layer, has it on a hidden line. I don't want it hidden. I want it continuous. Okay, so this would be the point of beginning. Okay, for point of beginning and lot 2, and that would be for lot 1. And then I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to go endpoint, and I'm going to come over here, and this was the point of beginning for lot 1. Actually, no, it wasn't. I lied. Both of them. This would actually be the point of beginning of lot 1. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the topo plan, because if you look at the legal, I said I start on the southwest. Did I start on the southwest? South, north. Actually, I started on the southeast. That should have been southeast. Sorry, guys. Southeast. Okay, that's the point of beginning. All right, I'd also have to make sure that look at the rotation of your text if you have to rotate it. That's something else you have to be aware of. 285. So let's take these two and say the rotation is 285. Okay. All right. That should have been point of commencement of lot 2. Now I can change this. I can unlock this and I can change this to a 50 scale, and then I can see everything, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to move or make a copy. And what pops up is this dialog box, and I'm going to create a copy, and it says move or create a copy before. I'm going to do it before layout 2. It doesn't matter. It's just creating another site plan. And the reason I'm doing that is I want to now bring it down so I can show. And I'm going to double click on here and type in dview, enter, TW for twist, and go 0 and enter. That allows me to bring this direction. Okay. Now, the only bad thing is when you have text in different viewports is notice the rotation. Okay, so I'm going to come back in here, and I'm actually going to put that to, you'd have to put it on different layers. I'm going to take the rotation back to 0, and I'm going to bring this here. And then you would update that legal description with the information that you created here. Okay, I'm going to go Control Copy, double click in here, and I'm going to go Control Paste, and this will be lot 2. I'm going to double click to access the text. I'm going to highlight it, select it all, and I'm going to change to uppercase. And point of commencement is south, benchmark southeast, fence north, I'm sorry, yeah, north, so since fence east for a distance I can't spell, distance 100 feet. Oh, I did, okay, I take that back. No, feet to the point of, beginning, period. Point of beginning, I would take this out because this would be some type of label. And again, we'll go over that a little bit later. You would change the amount of degrees. Notice how it says, so it's going to the point of a curve, said curve turning to the right through an angle, having a radius whose long chord bearing is for a distance of, and that's the arc length. And then thence a distance of 380 feet to the beginning of a curve. Sometimes people say it's a curve, different types of curves, whether it be a compound curve, you know, whatever. I'm just going to move this up here. I'm going to leave this as is for right now. I just want you to now create me a couple of plots, and I'll show you how to plot this. And notice that the north arrow gets shifted. I will have to change, so this still is 20, so that works. Notice that the north arrow is correct. That's the nice thing about using the viewports. It's still section, township, and range. I am going to pause here. I'm going to save. I keep running longer than I normally intend to. I'm going to go ahead and save, and I'm going to show you how to plot these and give me the plot files. All right, I'm going to stop right now.